brace yourself, because we're about to blow your mind on Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Dean, I am in the hometown of Lady Luck, Las Vegas, Nevada, where we are about to witness a world record. This is Jeff Lenoski. It's nice to meet you, Jeff. I am so excited about this. He is going to jump up nearly 4 feet onto a platform, and he's going to do this with his bicycle.
I'm going to try.
Good luck. Let's cheer him on, guys. Woo! Look at that. Now, I understand that that's not the world record.
No, actually, the world record is over a miniature high jump bar, and it's 45.5 inches. So really, this is just a warm-up.
Well, Jeff is just moments away from attempting the world record as well as trying to tackle this. This is a specially constructed obstacle course, the only one in the world with 16 hurdles, including an 8-foot hole, a conveyor belt, and a spinning staircase. And the entire demonstration begins by jumping on this platform after we raise it even higher. Don't move a muscle because Ripley's is just getting started.
Tonight on Ripley's, Speed Demon Turbo Turner is determined to ski faster than anyone in the world. But even this snow-driven daredevil doesn't know what will happen when he straps on a pair of rocket packs.
I could be burned, maimed, or even die.
Never attempted anywhere, watch as Turbo burns up the slopes in search of a Ripley's record. 26-year-old Terry Hatter is one athlete who's really got game. He's also got a leg that can do this. You won't believe how this limb-twisting jock turned a painful sports injury into a game-winning weapon. The Ripley's World Tour stops for refreshments in Thailand and is served a potion possessing special powers, as well as a poisonous 7-inch centipede. Plus, the man spitting out perfectly sculpted statues from a piece of gum. How this lucky mouse was rescued by his feline friend in tonight's Unbelievable Animals. And find out why barely clad bathers can't wait to crawl into pools saturated with slimy industrial sludge. Only on Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Now let's go back to Kelly Packard with tonight's unbelievable act.
Thanks, Dean, and hello, Las Vegas! I am standing in the middle of Fremont Street, and tonight you are going to see the unbelievable skills of Jeff Lenoski. Hello, Jeff.
Hi.
He is one of the best trial riders in the world, and he is the first person to tackle this one-of-a-kind obstacle course, a course that could break his neck. Now, what is trials riding exactly?
Trials riding is basically riding over stuff with your bike. When you're competing, you're riding obstacle courses that people set up for you. Basically anything they could find to try to throw you off your bike.
Very cool. Well, here is just a sample of the terrain that Jeff has conquered on his bicycle.
Most people confine their mountain bikes to dirt trails, but Jeff earned his reputation on dangerous city streets. With his almost supernatural ability to ride over anything that gets in his way, he takes on handrails, stairs, cement blocks, fountains, even buildings. But with any extreme sport, there are extreme risks, and Jeff's body has definitely paid the price for being the best. And today, Jeff faces his toughest challenge yet, as he attempts to complete one of the most dangerous custom-built courses ever constructed.
Now let me walk you through the Ripley's course. Let's come over here. All right, at the top of the show, you saw him jump 42 inches onto a platform. We have now raised it to an even 4 feet, so Jeff will be jumping higher than his world record of 45.5 inches he set 2 years ago. Then you're gonna attempt a 6-foot jump, and you're gonna clear this 6-foot jump, okay? Then you're gonna come over here to a spinning staircase. You ever done a spinning staircase?
No, not recently.
Okay. You will then hop across 4 2-inch wide steel bars. Okay. Then you're gonna clear an 8-foot jump with an 8-foot drop. Then you're gonna ride across the conveyor belt and fall to the finale. Okay, Jeff, it looks like we're ready. Are you ready to do this?
This looks like all the video stuff I do combined in one course, but I'll give it a shot.
Okay, well, the audience has been moved back as a safety precaution, and as always, a paramedic is standing by.
Now, normal trials have a 2-minute time limit.
Do you think that we can do this never-before-attempted course in under 2 minutes?
I'm not sure if I could even do it, but we'll try for under 2 minutes.
All right, Jeff, why don't you get on your bike and we'll get started. Good luck.
Okay, he's off, and he's got 2 minutes to complete the course.
Come on, guys, cheer him on. He's at the 6-foot jump. Woo! Look at that. Oh, I better move. Oh, that is cool. Woo!
Incredible, that was a 360.
Now he's on to the spinning staircase.
Now remember, he can't touch his feet to the ground.
Awesome! Look at that!
Now he has to hop over these 2-inch beams.
Let's hear it for Jeff, guys! Woo! Oh my goodness. Okay, here he goes. Now he's on to the 8-foot jump. Look at that.
Okay, he's halfway done, and he's got about 45 seconds left.
This is amazing coordination. He wants you to cheer him on, guys. Woo! Oh! That was close. All right, here comes the conveyor belt. Okay, we're getting ready for the finale. Woo! Jeff, that was great! Congratulations! How did you feel?
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. That was amazing.
That was a workout.
Not only did you complete the Ripley's course in under 2 minutes, you set a new world record with this 48-inch bunny hop. And you saw it only on Ripley's.
Ripley's uncut, uncensored, unbelievable. What you are watching is real and graphic. War rages and a combat cameraman captures this injured soldier in distress. Unbelievably, he has a live grenade lodged in his leg. And like a ticking time bomb, it could go off at any time. Fearing the unstable bomb will explode without warning, this actual uncensored video shows armor-clad surgeons scrambling to save the wounded warrior. But one wrong move could wipe out the entire team. Carefully, they prepare to pull it out. Incredibly, with one swift tug, the grenade dislodges safely. But they're not out of danger yet. This highly sensitive device must still be disposed of. Delicately transporting it in a bomb-proof box, it's eventually detonated. And as for the lucky but shaken soldier, he's transported far from the front lines for medical treatment and some well-deserved R&R. Believe it.
Now take a look at these miniature works of art. There's a fish, an elephant, and these are flying saucers. Each one is carefully crafted without any tools, but you'll never guess how they are shaped. Okay, here's a clue. These sculptures are all made of chewing gum. Take a look.
Meet Karaoke, a hard-working electrician who enjoys spending his downtime over a cup of coffee with friends or at home with his wife and son. But while he looks relaxed, Karaoke's mouth is hard at work. Believe it or not, he's creating incredible works of art. You see, Karaoke has an amazing ability to shape incredibly lifelike mini sculptures with just a single piece of gum. Karaoke has had a passion for chewing gum since he was a kid. Today in his 30s, Ripley's is getting a unique look at his sculpting technique through this medical device. It all starts by rolling little balls.
Tehát a rágunkba egyszer készítek egy gömböt, és abból a gömből egy kisebb gömböt, ami a feje.
Then this oral artist uses his talented tongue and teeth like a stone carver uses a hammer and chisel. He finishes by soaking the sculpture in water for a week. The once soft and sticky gum is now dry and durable. And though he's never tried to sell his work, Karaoke is happy to share it with any interested audience. And he plans to keep spitting out his incredible chewing gum mini masterpieces just as long as his teeth hold out. Believe it.
For all you aspiring gum sculptors, Karaoke suggests that for best results, first chew the gum until all the flavor is gone before attempting to mold. Here. I made a ball.
Next, this lovable dog was left for dead with hundreds of pellets buried in its face.
I think he really had the will to live.
Now, this Rottweiler's been rescued by undergoing more plastic surgeries than any animal in history. Plus, we'll tell you what's got people risking their lives drinking this deadly insect-infested elixir. Also, the 4th-degree black belt breaking boards and blowing minds because he does it all without any legs.
With your mind, you can build yourself some legs.
And you won't believe why these bathers are soaking their bods in an industrial waste pit. The steamy story straight ahead, only on Ripley's. You're watching Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Bud, a 4-year-old Rottweiler, is one good-looking dog. But maybe that's because, believe it or not, he's had more plastic surgery than any animal in the world. Bud's incredible story begins where his life almost ended, found bleeding and wandering the streets of Bristol, England.
It looked most like he'd actually been hit by a car.
Constable Bob Booth, first to arrive on the scene, was immediately touched by Bud's dire condition.
Despite the fact that he must have been in agony, he let me stroke him, and there was no fear, no hostility in his eyes at all, and he got to me.
Bud is rushed to a local animal hospital, where x-rays revealed the disturbing truth. Bud hadn't been hit by a car at all. Somehow, he'd become the victim of a shooting. His head peppered with buckshot pellets.
Most of his teeth had been blown away, and he had a lot of wounds inside the mouth. I thought he was dying.
I was horrified, really. I've never seen anything like it before.
Doctors have to act quickly. Bud begins to go into shock.
He was pretty close to death, really. One of the main arteries had been damaged.
It's touch and go all the way, but being a true fighter, Bud miraculously pulls through. And due to the horrific nature of his injuries, animal lovers touched by Bud's plight start sending in donations to help the abused animal recover. Soon, even a national campaign is launched to restore Bud's looks. Remarkably, after 7 surgeries and thousands of donated dollars, doctors are able to reconstruct Bud's mangled muzzle.
I think he's incredibly brave. He's a very fit young dog and really had the will to live.
But the story doesn't end there. This once abandoned Rottweiler now has a loving new home. Appropriately enough, with the cop whose heart he touched the day he first looked into Bud's helpless eyes.
He must have tremendous strength of character to survive what he's been through since then. His will to live is incredibly strong.
It's pretty pretty easy to become jaded walking around the Ripley's warehouse. For example, if you thought wine with dead mice was the most wicked drink on earth, think again. Tonight's stop is Thailand on the Ripley's World Tour.
Villagers in this Thai town are thirsty for a strange, one-of-a-kind wine, where one sip could be their last. Because, believe it or not, it's made with poisonous centipedes. While many claim the creepy concoction improves health, each drink is like playing Russian roulette, since the key ingredient is actually quite deadly. A 7-inch long centipede found in each bottle packs a sting and bite so severe, it's proven fatal in the past.
การนี่นะถ้าตรงนี้ไม่ใช่เท่าไหร่หารตรงนี้ก็โอ้ยิ่งอันตรายใหญ่ที่สุด
To make it, locals scour the village for centipedes in the ground around town. Then they immerse them in alcohol. As the centipedes slowly succumb, their bodies release a toxic white cloud of poison within the bottle. But taking a drink of this eerie insect-infested elixir too soon has sent many to their graves. Those eager to touch its taste to their lips are forced to wait a full 48 hours for the venom to dissipate. Despite the danger, locals are willing to risk potentially fatal side effects in order to reap its benefits. You see, patrons not only believe the bug juice relieves pain, they also covet its power as an endurance-enhancing aphrodisiac. Believe it.
You are about to see Henry Smalls in action. He's a master of the martial art of kendo, a stick-wielding discipline where the strike zones are the head, throat, chest, and forearms. No points are given for leg contact, but that doesn't matter to Henry anyway, because he doesn't have any. He's a master swordsman, an unbelievable 4th-degree black belt in kendo. And believe it or not, this punching, board-breaking martial artist does it all with no legs.
With your mind, you can build yourself some legs.
Henry Smalls grew up like any other kid, but at the age of 12, he became the victim of a tragic train accident. Playing with some friends on the tracks, he somehow lost his footing. The next thing he remembers is waking up in the hospital.
I kind of woke up and I looked down and I saw the legs were gone. But I was a kid, so I was thinking, oh, my mother is really going to get me.
So he said, well, I have my legs off now, Mom. You can't push me. I said, well, that's too bad. You have 2 good arms, a hand, and a good brain. But I just said, no, you have to.
Henry took his mother's advice, and after quickly discovering that prosthetics just slowed him down, he began using his arms for everything, from walking to swimming, even driving.
You can do it. That's what I told him. He can do it. And he believed me.
But when Henry said that he wanted to get into the ancient art of kendo, there were plenty of skeptics. In kendo, points are scored with strikes to the head, wrist, torso, and throat. Would Henry's size make it impossible for him to defend himself? There had never been a legless kendo fighter before, but Henry was determined. Incredibly, he quickly learned all of the moves and even began defeating experienced kendo fighters.
I like to respect the person that I'm fighting, even though I beat him.
Henry was soon studying other martial arts, and today he is considered a master with over 20 years' experience in a variety of disciplines, even expertly demonstrating his flawless technique with a razor-sharp sword. Today, Henry lives a quiet life in Honolulu, Hawaii, where he works as a writer and spends time with his children. And he's recently taken his one-of-a-kind martial arts skills to Hollywood, choreographing elaborate fight scenes and even achieving his dream of starring in a motion picture.
That's what I'm talking about, girl. I was able to achieve everything that I wanted to because of the way I think. And if I can give anything to anybody, you have the power to change your life and make it a wonderful life.
Today, Henry continues living his dream as a respected working stuntman and martial artist for Hollywood action films.
Catherine Bird never once thought of cutting her beautiful blonde locks. So she certainly never imagined that a freak accident would literally rip every strand off her head at once. Scalped alive. Don't miss the heroic, hair-raising ending to one survivor's story. Plus, the athlete who likes to bend the rules by bending his leg completely backwards. And a cat and mouse tale unlike any you've ever heard. Find out what turned these born enemies into the best of buddies in tonight's Unbelievable Animals.
Ripley's has camera crews around the globe searching for strange stories and unbelievable people. We want to remind you that all of the stories here are true. And this particular story will make your hair stand on end. For Catherine Bird, it started like any other summer morning on the family's Australian cattle ranch. Warm day, blue sky. But ranching life isn't easy or always safe. A lesson this former model learned when a horrible accident left her literally scalped alive. Catherine and her sister Melanie were getting an early start on a ranch job that never ends, putting up fences. The two were digging post holes using a tractor-mounted drill when suddenly everything goes wrong. Catherine trips and falls forward, and somehow her long blonde hair begins twisting into the screws of the machine. The sound of the tractor drowns out Catherine's cries for help. Unaware, her two children play nearby, and Melanie is unable to see that her sister's scalp is being torn from her head. Finally, Melanie hears a blood-curdling scream.
I got out of the tractor, I went around to her. She was on the ground on the other side. Basically saw a hideous sight lying on the ground, which used to be my sister.
Catherine's face is almost unrecognizable. Blood is literally pouring from her wounds. Knowing her sister's life is in danger, Melanie runs for help.
I was just thinking, I didn't want flies on my sister's skull. That's the only thing I could think of for some reason.
Amazingly, the whole way to the hospital, Catherine Bird stays conscious.
She was certainly conscious at the time, and that's why she was experiencing so much pain. So we thought at that stage the kindest thing for her was to give her an anaesthetic, put her off to sleep.
Upon arrival, doctors first push back the matted, tangled hair to determine the damage. They find Catherine's scalp is hanging by just a small piece of flesh off the eye.
In this line of business, you tend to see a lot of fairly horrific sights, but this is certainly one that sticks in the mind.
Surgeons embark on a complex operation that lasts more than 9 hours. It's a delicate microsurgical procedure to reattach countless torn blood vessels. As doctors stabilize Catherine, they worry about the pockets of blood building up around the scalp. To assure a successful reattachment, they turn to an age-old cure, blood-sucking leeches. Over the next few weeks, Catherine undergoes 3 more delicate skin graft operations, and though she's finally stable, doctors still aren't finished.
Obviously, we were concerned from the start that she may be left with quite disfiguring scars.
Now, after enduring a painful series of plastic surgeries, Catherine speaks out about the day that will haunt her forever.
It was like running a serrated knife over your hand. It was just a really hot, burning, pinching sensation, really.
Completely healed, these before and after photos show how successful the surgery was. Her scars only slightly visible. And while doctors say scar tissue buildup could result in future touch-up procedures, Catherine isn't worried.
This just made me a better person and a more definite, stronger being than what I was before.
Believe it. Ripley's will be right back.
Next, the slopes have been cleared for the most dangerous downhill event ever attempted on snow. What will happen when this speed junkie throws the switch on his custom-made rocket ski?
It's like a Porsche turbocharged with nitrous. When this baby goes off, it is furious.
His breakneck attempt to set a Ripley's world record is seconds away. Plus, that's not lotion these couples are lathering over their bare bodies. Find out why they believe they're benefiting from soaking in frothy factory wastewater. The story's sure to make your skin crawl. Next. Amazing stories and unbelievable people. Ripley's Believe It or Not.
The popularity of longboard surfing is making a resurgence, and Carl Pope couldn't be happier. It was back in 1964, during the height of longboard surfing, that Carl invented and then made this, the world's only patented two-piece surfboard. It was on a trip to Hawaii that he literally took a saw and cut up his board to get it on the plane to avoid an oversized luggage fee. One of the 10 original boards now sells for about $16,000. Carl's partner, Tom Morey, helped develop this pull-apart board so that it could fit in the trunk of most cars. Tom then went on to make the shorter, more maneuverable boogie board. Now take a look at this.
Enter Robert Ripley's archives.
Robert Ripley, leave it or not. Leave it or not.
The year is 1949. Along France's Canal du Midi, two boats approach each other head-on. The object of the game they play is simple. Each team will attempt to knock their opponent's leader off with a 12-foot wooden lance. Boat jousting was inspired by the traditional equestrian tournaments of the Middle Ages. Although the first event was held in 1666, it's continued to make a splash among the citizens of the French Mediterranean throughout the centuries.
Leave it or not.
The intro for this next story is simple. You're about to see what happens when a man combines his rocket obsession with a passion for downhill skiing.
World-class skier CJ Turbo Turner is about to hit the slopes for a wild downhill run unlike any other ever attempted. In fact, CJ risks potentially launching himself right into a tree or off a cliff. Because believe it or not, CJ strapped his ski with rockets.
Fire.
Since he was a kid, CJ's been fascinated by speed, and by the age of 5, he had discovered the thrills of downhill skiing.
I guess you could say I'm an adrenaline junkie. I'm just addicted to the stuff. If I could buy it in a bottle, I'd drink it.
CJ's other childhood obsession included anything that had to do with rockets. And it wasn't long before his two hobbies collided. As a championship skier, CJ had mastered the art of speeding down the local mountains, but he still wanted to go faster. So he decided to attach high-powered rockets to his ski and see if his idea would work. Here at Maverick Mountain in Montana, CJ will attempt to turn his rocket ski dreams into reality. Although no one knows for sure what will happen. The souped-up ski and sudden acceleration could send CJ barreling out of control. please never attempt anything like this at home.
These are extremely powerful. It's like the basic equivalent of a Porsche turbocharged, fired with nitrous. And when this baby goes off, it is furious.
Besides rocketing him into his run, there are other dangers.
The danger factor is huge. If I go down, it's possible that I could be burned, maimed, or even die.
In fact, all that's protecting CJ should things go horribly wrong is a helmet and this flame-retardant racing suit. He's also wearing a specially designed computer. When CJ's ready to fire the rockets, he'll pull a trigger on his ski pole and the computer will signal the rockets to ignite. It's launch time, and CJ heads to the top of the mountain to find out if his contraption will even work. After a few adjustments, CJ signals all systems are go.
Clear in the back!
CJ's ready.
3, 2, 1.
And hits the switch. Within just 3 seconds, he's blasted to nearly 50 miles an hour. As he comes flying off the mountaintop, can he maintain control? Fighting to keep it steady, CJ's ride is so bumpy, it even breaks one of Ripley's onboard cameras. Incredibly, this rock-steady rocket man is able to keep his run surprisingly straight, a truly remarkable feat, considering that 60 pounds of rocket thrust is propelling CJ nearly 3 times faster than normal speed for this slope. Having achieved the fastest takeoff speed ever recorded, CJ manages to reach the bottom of the mountain and throws on the brakes. His rocket ski is a success. Another look from Ripley's specially designed helmet cam demonstrates the incredible intensity of CJ's ride from his own perspective. Here, in just the first few feet of his run, he's already moving quicker off the line than any other skier in history. And the record run makes CJ the only skier ever to successfully harness the power of missiles, a feat literally rocketing him right into the Ripley's record books.
They just lit. It was awesome across the finish line, tremendous speed, and I am just so psyched. It was awesome. Woo!
Next, Terry Hatter can outperform most people on the playing field. And that's even after he rotates his foot 180 degrees backwards.
You know, nobody can believe that I can do that.
Plus, the odd couple you have to see to believe. How one compassionate cat cares for his companion mouse in tonight's Unbelievable Animals. And it looks enchanting. A mist-covered lagoon, many claim to be a real-life fountain of youth. Ripley's reveals its uncanny location next. Ripley's world of unbelievable animals.
Cats are natural-born hunters, with mice topping their list of prey. And while most mice wouldn't dare play till the cat's safely away, this rodent loves nothing more than spending some fun time with its feline friend. In fact, this uncanny pair of playmates is literally redefining the game of cat and mouse. Appropriately named Tom and Jerry after the famous cartoon characters, these two chums are best buddies. A tale that all began when Tom the cat was poking around the closet and discovered a frightened baby mouse huddled in the corner. Instead of following its natural instinct to attack, for this playful pussycat, it was love at first sight. Now, Tom cares for tiny Jerry as if it were its own kitten, eating, sleeping, and getting plenty of playtime together. Tom even grooms Jerry and protects him from other cats. Their owner wholeheartedly encourages this animal odd couple to bond, letting them spend plenty of quality time in close quarters, proving beyond a doubt that sometimes even mortal enemies can become the best of friends.
broken leg suffered during a wrestling match should probably have sidelined high school athlete Terry Hatter's chances to play football. But it appears as if the fracture may have only enhanced his moves on the gridiron. Take a look. Terry Hatter considers himself an all-around athlete. Whether it's teeing him up at the range, a little hoop in the driveway, or some catch with a friend, Terry's got game. But that's because he has a built-in advantage over the competition. Believe it or not, Terry can turn on a dime because his one-of-a-kind foot turns like this.
My friends are always bragging on me, hey, this guy can turn his foot around, 180 degrees, and he can still outrun you. Nobody can believe that I can do that.
Terry first discovered his unique backward ability after suffering a broken leg in an 8th grade wrestling match.
I hip tossed the guy that I was wrestling with over my back, and when I did that, my right foot stuck to the ground, and I carried my weight and his weight in a fast turning motion, and that is what snapped my leg.
X-rays revealed that Terry had broken not only the fibula, but also the tibia of his right leg. His doctors wanted to surgically reset the bones, but that would mean at least a year of rehab, with absolutely no sports allowed.
Well, I decided against that because my dream my whole life was just to play football, and missing a year or two of it at that age would just be devastating for me.
After the bone fractures fused, Terry actually began playing football while the injury finished healing. And though the pain was gone, Terry noticed that something strange had happened. Now, when he cut across the field, he could plant, then pivot his right foot so that it was perpendicular to his body, allowing him to change direction instantly. Though his unusual talent doesn't necessarily give him an upper hand on the playing field, even years after the accident, Terry still dazzles the competition in his small Texas town with bone-turning moves that only he can manage.
I've never seen anybody do that in my life.
I wouldn't have believed it until I saw it. I wouldn't have taken anyone's word for it.
In fact, Terry's grown so used to his unique turning ability that he doubts he'll ever have it fixed. And besides, this way, no matter which way he's facing, Terry will always have a foot in the right direction. Believe it.
Slam.
Though things appear to be working out for Terry, you should always consult with a doctor if you've suffered any sort of sports injury.
Would you soak yourself in water discharged from a power plant? You won't believe how far these couples will go to get perfect skin. And the sculpture so taboo, it had to be created in total secrecy. Join us as Dean unveils this one-of-a-kind body of art when we tour the Ripley's Vault next.
This geothermal power plant generates enough electricity to run a small city. But it also generates tons of factory runoff. Now, believe it or not, these bikini-clad bathers have come to literally soak their bodies in industrial waste.
It was amazing. It is great. The weather is awesome and it feels amazing.
Ironically, Iceland, a country named for frozen water, is actually covered with thousands of volcanic hot springs. And to harness this natural power source, geothermal plants have been built to convert steam power into electricity. And here at this power plant in southwest Iceland, the excess mineral-rich water is discharged into a crusty lava field, now famously known as the Blue Lagoon. The steamy water, natural salts, blue-green algae, and white silica mud have mingled, forming a unique geological phenomenon. And many believe this goopy byproduct has the power to heal.
I know a number of people who have found the Blue Lagoon to have very positive effects on the skin.
Here, all inhibitions fade away as bathers soak in the steamy water and slather mud dense with minerals all over their bodies. The results? Smoother, healthier skin. In fact, the gooey residue coating the bottom of the lagoon is used to treat a variety of skin conditions, including psoriasis, eczema, as well as many other dermal inflammations. And thousands have taken advantage of this accidental outpatient clinic, conveniently located right near the power plant. Fun-loving bathers have learned that here, in Iceland's one-of-a-kind Blue Lagoon, the more dirt they smear on their skin today, the cleaner and softer it will feel tomorrow. Believe it.
Welcome to the Ripley's Vault, where the most valuable artifacts are preserved. This is the latest addition to the Ripley's collection. It is the world's only human scrimshaw skeleton, a chilling but impressive work of art. If you look closely, you will see that there are detailed drawings and intricate designs carved right into the bones. Over 300 hand-carved images using a sharp blade and ink. It took the artist a painstaking 9,000 hours to complete this work of art. That's like working 24 hours a day for over a year. And because he received death threats while working with human remains, the artist, James Durham, had to complete this sculpture in a secret location. Unbelievable? Believe it.